I'm in one way.
I can flash. I can flash through this jet if you want to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Flashing.
Whoa, 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 whoa. There's no shot that that is a lineup. There is not a single universe that that shit is the flash.
I'm gonna be showing you a simple flash. You line up here, you aim.
Nice. Thanks, Fake and Honest. Line up here, line up there, and it seems to just be a... Dang, that's really good.
I don't see kills and stuff here
Could be
yet.
wine. He was there last time.
Molly it. What the f?
Look. So could be wine. I'm going to molly it. Don't you want to do it the other way? If you mollied wine first, then they're dead to the flash. I'm pretty sure you can throw a wine molly from the same spot. One sec. Let me start lining shit up. That's right. We're finding a lineup. This is lineup stream. Welcome to lineup stream with Woohoojin.
Here we go again.
2 hours later.
There's some time in milliseconds. If you're looking for a KAYO molly and just hacking, and it affects other players and time and just hacking your lineup has to be in a large enough region here for me to be happy with. If you're out where you can hit.
A few moments later.
Wait, this is actually so easy to line up too. Like, this is actually easy. This is actually easy. Holy, we finally got it. This one's actually easy. This one's actually so dead ass easy. You can't argue this one. Oh my, it's the perfect lineup. It's the perfect lineup. Holy shit. See? I'm not even jumping.
I'm in one way.
I can flash. I can flash through this jet if you want to go.
Oh, so actually what I would do here, I've got a lineup. Is I'd throw a molly first. You just walk up to this line and you line up like your ultimate with the part of this window here. And then I would come throw this flash. It's a bit better because that way, if they're wine, they've got to peek out and you can flash them. Okay. That's what I would do here.
Hello gamers, look at your elo, now look at mine, now back to your elo, now back to mine. Sadly, it isn't mine, but if you stop autopiloting outdated strategies and start getting free VOD review coaching, it could look like it's mine. Look down, back up, where are you? You're on bind. With the strats your strats could be like, what's in your hand? Back at me, I have it. It's the Valorant gift card from Woohoojin. For your successful follow-up thought, look again. The gift card is now an ego vandal. Anything is possible when you get your Valorant tips from a talking banana and not TikTok. I'm on a gaming chair.
KAYO ASCENT? Ooh. Bro's got a notion. You piece. All right, chat. This individual has written boat knife. Now, I want you to put ones in chat if you think he's talking about a knife that covers this boat here. Ones in chat for that. And twos in chat if you think he's talking about a knife that covers boathouse. Okay, ones and twos in chat. I'm seeing, unfortunately, both. Which means this note sucks. It's one. Well, there you go. You see the problem? Lever or switch, please. And backside, please. 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 Okay. Holy shit. This is like... Your notes are bad. Okay, we have to talk about these notes. You're just straight up writing down what happened. You see? You watched 12 rounds and you wrote what happened. But like, where's the general patterns? Like, what's he doing that you're not doing? Let's see. Good way to fake without having to comment to your team. What do you mean? Is this bullet supposed to be indented related to this one? All right, let's actually, when faced with aggression, find a zone that is easy to control and allow your enemies to run into it. Okay, I'll give it to you. If the enemy team's aggressing really heavy into mains, they revealed their weak side. This means that they will take any contact as full presence and make you less noticeable on flank, almost guaranteeing a 1v1. Okay, walk me through this note. So let's say you're playing attack and the enemy team pushes B main and A main. They aggress both of them because you say aggressing heavily into the mains. Look at round 12. No, I'm looking at your general ideas because this is something you've identified as a pattern. You say they reveal their weak side. Go mid then, really? And get like heckin' giga surrounded? I think even if they're aggressing like one of the mains. This note's definitely confusing. On a pistol loss, you can buy Sheriff Light twice in a row if you are the GOAT. I'm not sure that belongs in a note about ASCENT, but okay. I guess you just say map specific over here. Controlling mid walk out and solo walking on B is really good if they're heavy A mid. Patient, allowing the enemies to walk into mains, reclearing them with flash or raw power. Throwing god knives to stall so you can rotate and help team before rush comes through. Give a site, you can be patient, wait for a good timing. I mean, you just wrote Heaven Flash 1 and Heaven Flash 2, but there's no visual aid alongside these, so I have no idea what these are doing. Let's take a look. I presumed you linked the notes so that I could look at them and confirm if you're following your own playbook. But I can't really tell what your playbook says, so they're bad notes. They're so vague that you'd probably be able to argue on any given round that you are following the notes, you know, which is a problem. Now on attack, is very dynamic, but if we're talking like defense, so the point is the playbook has some form of accountability where I can sort of tell what you're going to do on a given defensive round if there's no like crazy variation. So for example, Net, when he has ultimate, he's doing this setup on A and playing near tree in this green box. When he doesn't have ultimate, well, he's doing this setup on B. He's playing near stairs. He's playing fast rotate. And so like the plans are very, very well defined to a degree that I could validate if you're doing this or not. Does that make sense? The point of the playbook is that you can, this is specifically for defense I'm talking about. Attack is really dynamic. Don't try to do this for attack. You can't really do this for attack. But for defense, you actually can almost like build out your plan and then you can keep yourself honest. All right, let's watch.
Whatever. If you dash in your smoke, I can throw a flash and you just pop out of it and go.
Where do you want me to dash?
Just on site. You can dash like dice.
Alright.
Nice.
Shadows. The smoke is weird.
Knife. Two on site.
No shot. Are we gonna get stopped by one smoke?
Flash. Flashing.
Reloading.
Barrier deployed.
One heaven.
Okay, wait. I need to hear your pre-round.
I don't think so.
It's chill. Jet, are you like a jet main? Like, do you know how to dash on top of Jenny?
I don't think so.
It's chill if you don't. I was just wondering because I can, whatever. If you dash in your smoke, I can throw a flash and you just pop out of it and go.
Okay, first you need to tell Jet what the flash is blinding. Like, who is getting blinded by the flash? What does she need to peek? Like, are you flashing back sight, close sight, heaven, hell? Because she needs to know what she needs to peek.
Where do you want me to dash?
See, she's like, where?
On site. You can dash like dice.
And you're just like, dash dice. And that doesn't even answer the question. Because if she's front dice and she hears the flash pop, that could still be lever. It could be back gen. It could be dice. It could be hell. Like, she doesn't know. And then to make matters even worse, this flash you throw, I'm pretty sure it doesn't blind anybody.
Flashing.
Reloading.
So that flash is popping from the look of it here. Yeah, it might blind hell. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it blinds hell. So anybody dice and gen are not blind. This thing lands behind them. You took that flash from 10s. Perfect. Which round? Insane dice flash, round 11. Perfect. Let's take a look.
You want to take bomb? I'm gonna drive.
Note. I didn't.
Hell.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Dude, fuck.
This thing blinded one ally and got no value. And you're like, insane dice flash, I need to throw that? I would have just skimmed right over this shit. You thought it hit back Jenny, hell, and dice? I mean, who knows? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's popping like by the ledge.
Out heaven. Two heaven.
Holy shit, you're getting so baited.
Party's over. Last player.
Okay. If you play on Ascent, I'm about to call everybody in chat out. Every single one of you is getting called out right now. All of you. If your team is taking A and you route this way and play behind the generator, you're actually just trash. 9 times out of 10. You're actual trash at Valorant because you know what you're doing? You're hiding. You're actually just hiding from this heaven fight. And then this heaven fight happens and all of your other teammates who are like still main or coming out to fight heaven are all dying. And you're just here, Jen, having the goddamn time of your life. Like, well, at least I'm alive. You see Jing entry like that sometimes. So yeah, to fight Dice and Jen. And you know what happens after he fights Dice and Jen? Fucking scales. He won't just sit here while his teammates all come out and fight Heaven. Jing will now come over to these Dice and finesse his cover to fight Heaven. And if you don't recognize why that's different than just hiding here, like the first guy out taking backside space, this is totally fine. But at this point now, if your teammates are fighting Heaven and you're just sitting here with all of site control, that's so bad. It's actually so bad.
Reloading. Barrier deployed.
What happened?
So like here we've got full sight. I'm calling out like people like this Jet now. People like this Sova. Because you'll see, actually no, Sova's routing is good. Omen and Jet are both super passive. Yeah, like if everyone on this team had routed right, like you were actually good at the game, after of course Jet clears backside, if you all routed out this way, you know what happens? These dudes peek out Heaven into a 3 and they die and you win.
They won my stage today. They're probably peeking.
Oh, it's a Marshall.
Dude, this Sova's actually bad. Okay, okay.
Might be walking out. Watch out.
I'm down to gamble this. Okay. This is what makes us a bit different as players. I think on their buy round, the enemy team is more likely to peek here looking for a fight or info than they are to be hiding right here, because they shouldn't be hiding here. And so all the time you spend clearing that angle, you could just die to the more likely thing. Does that make sense? I'd only clear that angle if I had a second dude with me. If I had a second dude with me holding this for me while I got close to this wall to clear this way, then it's fine. But I'm alone. I'm gambling that. You have to gamble something, and you've gambled the wrong thing, in my opinion. But PTSD of judges in that angle, dude, a judge is not going to be in that angle on their buy round against our eco rounds. Okay, why are you peeking a Marshall? Freeze. So what's the point of eco round? To do as much damage as possible to the enemy team. I'm answering my own question here because you know that. Is peeking a Marshall on 100 HP likely to yield damage to the enemy team? Hell nah. You gotta just knife out and go this way now and look for it, like reset, find a better fight. Bro, what are these defenders doing? I'm sorry, but did I just hear a Spectre in Deadlock's hands? Bro, you are dying. What are you doing? Wait, what are you doing? You're actually dead, no? Like if there's a guy here, you just died. Hemflash is laughing at the one way, but I'm just seeing it's a fake one way. These happen. Wait, one sec. I'm booting up King Valorant, you pieces. Okay, the odds that your enemy Omen is doing this in your elo, admittedly, not that high. But there is such a thing as intentionally throwing a one-way in a way that it looks like it's too high to bait enemies into peeking, okay? And let me show you. This is actually a pretty good one on this map. Yeah, sometimes playing Valorant at the highest level is truly understanding all of the like tools that are available to your opponents to trick you. Because if you're aware of everything they could be doing, then they're not going to trick you. And so this is full credit Charlatan. He's like the Omen guy. He does a lot of coaching. He's really good. I first saw this concept in an Omen video he dropped. So essentially the one he showed, this concept is it's global. Instead of this normal one way, he'd like throw one way too high here. You see, they can easily peek there. Then he'd play like up here. So I threw the wrong one. It still has to be a bit lower. The point is from up here, maybe it's falling now and it doesn't work. But from this higher advantaged angle, this player who sees like a bad one way, essentially, they don't see that angle. Yeah, here we go. It works. So here they like see this bad one way and they're like, oh, I can actually peek and see dice and everything. It's like, no, you can't, because you don't see this guy. And this guy sees your feet. The same thing is happening here, where you're seeing this one-way smoke that's too high almost. Yeah, it's too high. Like this guy would fight you on head level, like for sure. But the problem is you don't actually see a guy playing here. If there's a guy here, it is a one-way. So it's a one-way only for like one angle, and it baits you into peeking out, okay? The odds that this Omen is aware of this type of tech and they intentionally threw the smoke high to play this, low. But you know what? We've already smoked market. I'd probably ping this corner and shoot some bullets. And you know what's gonna happen? If that Omen is sufficiently good at the game and that's what they're actually doing, they just died. And they're like hella f***ing mad. They're like, what? And if they don't die, then it's fine. Now you've gained the info that they're not giga cringe. There you go. It's just a bad smoke.
Wait, there's
Three
three
here,
here. We could
three
rotate.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's terrible. Holy shit.
Watch mid.
Cover going out.
He's there.
Yeah.
Cover going out.
Okay, this peak is actually bad. It's like I can see the anxiety in your peaks. It's like you're like wiggling out. You have to just peek out, dude. Like, it's better to peek too wide than it is to peek too tight. Like, if you accidentally peek too tight like this, it's really bad. Really bad, because you're just gonna die. So I almost always favor peeking too wide in this type of scenario. And conveniently here, they can't be cat yet. The round has just started. So you can just peek out and fight. And then you can come over here and hold cat.
One in here. Bad. One in here.
Damn, you are shift peeking on this guy?
One in here.
That's actually so fucked of you. You think this Raze is gonna hear your footsteps last second, flip a 180 and bop you? Who do you think you're facing? The greatest player on the planet? Because I'm pretty sure not even Tens is doing that.
Bad.
I'm in one way.
I can flash through this jet if you want to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Flashing.
Whoa. There's no shot that that is a lineup. There is not a single universe that shit is the flash.
I'm gonna be showing you a simple flash. You line up here, you aim.
Nice. Thanks, Faking Honest. Line up here, line up there, and it seems to just be a... Dang, that's really good.
I don't see kills or stuff here
Could be
yet.
wine. He was there last time.
Molly it. What the f?
Look. So could be wine. I'm going to molly it. Don't you want to do it the other way? If you mollied wine first, then they're dead to the flash. I'm pretty sure you can throw a wine molly from the same spot. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is why I'll never take money from these websites, dude. Like, what the f? One sec. You can certainly just huck this thing and it gets there. Like, you've got to be joking me. Like, one sec. This has to be some type of cruel joke. No, like, there's no way you can't just huck this thing and it lands wine. I'm gonna find one. Like, this is insane. One sec. Let me start lining shit up. That's right. We're finding a lineup. This is lineup stream. Welcome to lineup stream with Woohoojin. Yay.
I'm in one way.
I can flash through this jet if you want to go.
Oh, so actually what I would do here, I've got a lineup, is I'd throw a molly first. You just walk up to this line and you line up like your ultimate with the part of this window here. And then I would come throw this flash. It's a bit better because that way if they're wine, they've got to peek out and you can flash them. Okay. That's what I would do here. Editor, when this one goes up on YouTube, I need you to like somehow fast forward that entire hour and a half of finding one molly into like no more than 15 seconds.
Okay,
F for the editor.
There's one close right.
Editor, you can answer this honestly in the YouTube as well. In big text, you can put up here, do I pay you enough money? My editor gets a percentage cut of the YouTube revenue.
Right side, Heaven.
He has since
that
the
was you. I'm
beginning.
smoking crack.
And we've grown quite a bit since the beginning. It's a lot of money. It is. Dude, okay. So the editor approached me and I was really hunting for editors at this time. And I was small, like, I don't know, 2,000 subs. And this guy like wanted to charge me like nothing per edit. He was like $25 a video. I'm like, what? That's like way less than these other editors are asking for me. And so I send him some of my like highlights. I'm like, okay, edit this for me. And the dude actually edits like a good video. I'm like, holy shit, what? Dude put in time. I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to be sure that you're going to put in this much effort on every video? Like, this is just to get me to hire you. And so I just was like, I'm going to give you a flat percentage of the channel rev, like moving forwards. So that way you keep putting in the effort. Cause like if we grow, we'll both succeed. And that's essentially the story of how I found my editor. And he's been doing all my videos ever since. Wait, you're using the angle. Wait, you're kind of the goat.
Shadows traveling.
One tap to dice.
Enemy remaining.
I told you it's free kills, chat. Look, you can find angles just like this one over at youtube.com/@woohoojin. And then you too don't even need good aim. Because your enemies, they won't even be looking at you.
One enemy remains.
What the hell?
Okay, okay,
Oh,
okay.
keep in sight.
Nice.
Can we like talk about this? Your rollouts suck. In the nicest way possible, your rollouts are lacking all of the things that a good KO rollout has. For one, you're not using your knife, and the knife isn't just supposed to suppress them, okay? Because you're like, I'm ulted. No, it gives you information. If you recall, in our 10s VOD, he's quite good at the game. He doesn't always know why. But notice he knifed just the left side when he threw this knife, but you can also do the same over here. Like, if you knife just the right side, and it tags one, you realize that that gives you very precise information. And if it doesn't tag one, you can almost assume that they're Gen. Does that make sense? Gen or left side hell. So he was knifing over here. The reason why this knife is so good is twofold. So it was not round 1 when he threw this knife. By the time you're on like round 5, you generally have certain players pinned as being A or B or whatever. And so let's just pretend that that round Killjoy had ultimate, and so she's probably A side because that's what people do in high elo on this map, okay? Now let's say Ten throws his knife over here, and it tags 2, but not Killjoy. Well, then Killjoy's probably dice. Like if you know she's the A anchor. It can be very useful, like if you know who their A anchor is, the knife like this can tell you a lot of, oh sorry. A knife like this can tell you like everything. I even want to buy a more left so I don't hit dice. Because you like know who you're looking for, if that makes sense. Your rollout here, you don't use any nade, you don't use any flash, you don't use any knife. That's insane to me. That's actually insane. Like what's in the fake Anana's guide?
I just line up this edge of the HUD with the antenna, like in the corner here. Throw. And then I also have a grenade that I line up with this part of the HUD in the corner of this part of the blasted area.
Okay, that's easy enough. Boom, boom.
Shutting them down. Grenade.
Yeah, like this would be 5 times better if you threw this shit. Get you info about who's on site. Doesn't have a flash for sight and guide though? Yeah, because think about it. Let me explain to you why that makes complete sense. On Fracture, the B rollout, pretty famous, one that I learned. You like to flash this corner, but do you see why? Because this is open space where you know where they'll be looking and it's a free kill. So it's almost like a flash zone. You punish them for playing there off the info. Ascent can be similar. You can flash them off of like this open lane, or you can even flash them stairs if your teammate's pushing out. Or this area, if they're ever playing here, is like open with no close cover. But if we look at A, most commonly, the 2 plate angles on A are unflashable. You don't really pop flash these angles because they're finessing cover and therefore they can't be flashed. Because think about it, right now, where can a flash pop that blinds me? Quite literally nowhere. I can't be flashed. And as the rush comes, I might like nade or whatever, but then I'm playing this cover and taking these fights. So I'm very unflashable. These guys need to get nearsighted. I don't think he's going to really flash these people unless maybe on timing, like his jet already dashes out and they start looking gen like this, and then you have the flash pop here. That could be good. But for like a hardcore rush rollout, I don't think you'd put it in a guide. So at the very least, I'd like to see that like knife and nade, especially when you're ulting and you're like going first. Like a nade in that smoke would be so
3,
huge.
2. Flashing.
Joke's over. You're dead.
I don't see anything.
2.
Holy shit, what are you doing?
Joke's over. You're dead.
You're solo contesting tree? Bro, you're crazy.
I don't see anything.
2 more.
What the hell? You thought they were going to be close? Okay. You right-clicked the flash. They dodged it, and you peeked 3. You really only have 1 play here. You kind of have to tuck hell and try to fight a dropper because your teammates went main and they've abandoned you. You could also try to stay over here, take a fight. Yeah, I think your play when you get stressed is to push shit, and that's not good. We can't push shit when we're
That's all
stressed.
inside.
What is this?
Push it, nothing tree.
He's in the corner. He's in the corner.
Holy.
My bad.
You're good.
I like that.
I'm holding on.
What's that do?
Watching this.
Spike down mid.
That molly's not very good.
Cover going out.
They're close.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is this really what Tens does against this rush? Because I don't believe you. No, he literally never does this a single time in the VOD you watched. Okay, thank you. It's all I needed to know.
But they missed their smoke for
Don't fully commit to flank yet. They're lucky. Thank you. Oh, we bomb.
I'm so flashed.
Yeah. Remember when I said defense is all about really having a good playbook and sticking to it? Notice how the moment you deviate from the playbook, I haven't even read your playbook. I can tell because that play just sucks. And we don't even have to talk about why. It's not in your playbook. So why'd you do it? Fights B main, tree, A heaven, tree. There's no play in your playbook to fight A main with knife and nade. So why'd you do it? There's no answer. You just like felt like it. And defense isn't about that.
They're on bomb. They're on side, but they're on bomb.
Attack can be about that. Okay. Attack can be like, I feel like this guy's contesting A main incorrectly, so we should push A main in this way. That makes total sense. You read into poor defense from the enemy team and you adjust. On defense, it's really just about strong defensive plans. And strong plans are as simple as copying what the pros do. Like here we can see Net's Killjoy defense playbook. He stuck to this verbatim in his VOD. And then attack is super empty because he's all over the place. It's dynamic, okay? Attack, dynamic, defense, strats. Does that make sense? Try to remember it that way. So attack, I'm trying to see how good you are at picking out weaknesses in the enemy defender's strategies. And on defense, I'm trying to see at how strong your defensive strategies are, okay? That's essentially the difference.
I'm flashing.
You should tell her you're flashing like more explicitly tiles for her, but I'm down.
Two.
Careful. There's like 3 people.
Okay,
Wait,
like
there's
why? Why are you nading that? I don't think Tens just hucks that nade willy-nilly. I think if Tens is throwing that nade, he's probably peeking out wide to keep fighting. Like he's using it to gain an advantageous angle, but I don't think he'd do it in this scenario since top mid is super risky right now. There's presence. And so the nade is bad. Let me go back to this first flash, by the way.
Give me like 3 seconds and I'll flash.
Don't give me 3 seconds and I'll flash. What you want optimally is you want this jet to be spotting a wider line and tucking this way off her own contact. So that way you know the enemies are what? They're in a flash zone. They're out in the open. And that's when you want your flash to pop because now Jet can re-swing and these guys are all blind. The problem is you're just counting to 3 arbitrarily, and if they're back here, then nothing happens. And that's exactly what happened. And you literally know that they're not out because Jet's just watching it. And so yeah, that guy gets blinded, but he just like talks.
4.
Okay. You want, instead of 4, you want to say 4A main? You could even take it a step further. You could tell them Omen's not seen. And so he's likely tiles right now. Okay, so the reason I think Omen is tiles is I just expect my opponents to play well. And a common theme on these 4A hits is the one lurker plays tiles. This is a pretty high level strategy, but it's exactly what I would expect. And so I wouldn't be peeking mid here because this like backing up from tiles is too dangerous.
One mid. Top mid.
And it's like if Omen's not tiles, no skin off our back, you know? No hair off our back. It doesn't matter.
I think dropped him a little bit. Nice. Phoenix still got
Shots. I like this read. Omen, for somebody's up mid. Phoenix. Whoa. You're heating. You're actually heating.
One suppressed.
No. Look at the mini map. You have a MMR rifle posted on a wide angle, so you can literally just walk up. You can walk up close because they can't peek you because they'll be exposed to this angle first.
Wait, let me hold this high.
No shot. You're getting wider than the op.
Not ready.
Whoa.
Yeah, definitely.
Bro edited his clip here.
No, I whiffed. That was weird.
More rollouts for our rushes. Do more left click lineups for commonly contested space. Vocal about them. Defense. Stick to the playbook more assiduously. If the playbook feels trash, watch pro VODs. Think a bit harder about how your flashes will result in kills. You throw them too early a lot of the time. Same for Nate. Honestly, you're cooking. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Pen Flash is probably watching that VOD with his heckin' jaw on the floor with your gunfights, and the dude is giga jealous because You have it easy. You just have to fix your playbooks and your prep, and you're probably like cooking.